Good afternoon, everyone. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 8A. Myself, Richa Shah, and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my greatest pleasure to welcome you to the 9th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Sustainable Development, ICT4SD 2024, Goa, India. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is organized today in Goa, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom, that is on 8th and 9th of August 2024. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations, and each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentations and 2 minutes for question and answers. On the 7th minute, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, you can write it to me in the chat box. So, before we start with the presentations, I'd like to introduce you all to our session chair, Dr. Satish S. Banet. Sir is currently working as an assistant professor at K.K. Wagner Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nashik. He has published 34 research papers in various journals and 17 papers in various national and international conferences. He is a reviewer of reputed national and international journals. His area of interest include data mining, AI, ML, big data, IoT, and software engineering. Welcome to this session, sir.
Thank you, Richa.
Now I'd like to start with the paper presentations. I would like to call Mr. Vaishak sir for his paper title, A Study of the User Perception on the Role of AI in E-Commerce. So please can you start with the presentation?
Hi, my name is Ashwati and I'll be taking on behalf of Vaishak.
Okay.
Yeah, so can I share?
Yes, ma'am, you can start with the presentation.
Okay.
Richa, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Hi all. So my name is Ashwati and our team members include Vaishak, Vignesh AV and Parvati Venugopal. So the topic of our BRP presentation is a study of user perception on role of AI in e-commerce. So we all know how AI is rapidly changing e-commerce landscape. So the most idea of this is as research focus on user perception of AI in online shopping. So here, our agenda include introduction of the topic, our objectives, literature review, methodology, analysis, and findings. So, as I said before, AI is a very rapidly changing e-commerce landscape where research focuses on how user perception of AI has been changing AI in online shopping. So, as we all know, e-commerce short stands for electronic commerce, which refers buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. It encompasses a large and wide range of online business models, which include business to consumer, business to business, consumer to consumer, consumer to business, mobile commerce, social commerce, etc. So here are key objectives which include would be user perception, preferred AI feature, as well as challenges faced while using AI. So our objective to do this BRP presentation is to understand user perception about AI in online shopping. So we all know that in e-commerce platform nowadays, AI has played a very important role. To understand the most preferred AI feature by users in e-commerce. So AI is reshaping e-commerce in a very different manner. This mostly focuses on customer. Studies explore how AI improves shopping experience. There are AI features such as chatbots, recommendations, and pricing strategies, which can be analyzed to understand consumer behavior. So, to understand the most preferred AI feature by users in e-commerce would be the second objective. The third would be identifying barriers or challenges that users face nowadays while using AI technologies in e-commerce. So our literature review summary is AI's impact. So how is AI reshaping e-commerce? So we all know how AI has been used in e-commerce platform to understand each and every person's recommendations and each and every person's understanding on how e-commerce as well as AI go hand in hand. We mostly focus on customer, which shows that studies explore how AI improves shopping experience for each and every person in a different manner. So there are, as I said before, AI features such as chatbots, recommendations, and pricing strategies which can be easily analyzed. Other than that, we can also understand the consumer behavior. By this, we can understand how people can interact with AI in e-commerce platform through online stores. Other than that, we have also seen some challenges which have been faced, which include the security concerns by the AI, as well as building a trust in AI system. Other than that, AI and business goes hand in hand, and how AI helps companies operate efficiently and make more sales eventually. So our methodology was we had selected experienced e-commerce users who were chosen in a wide diversity. Our sample size was 15 participants, and they were interviewed thoroughly. So our data collection included in-depth face-to-face interviews conducted with the participants' consent. We also had a data analysis, and this was done by interview transcripts and were analyzed by content analysis. By the end, we have done an ethical consideration which shows the anonymity, confidentiality, and informed consent were ensured by each and every participant who had given us the interview. So to understand more about to understand more of our users, we had shown a word cloud which included all of our works and findings. So we have seen that customized shopping experience in AI personalizes a wide range of recommendations based on the previous searches as well as their purchases. It eventually enhances the convenience as well as the efficiency of how a customer can use AI in e-commerce. There was also efficient pricing comparison. So in AI streamlines, we have seen the process of comparing prices, making this transaction much more easier and quicker for each and every people who is using the e-commerce platform. Other than that, we have done an enhanced shopping efficiency and seen that. So this reduces time spent for searching for the products as well as offering a more stress-free shopping experience for each and every person. So one of the potential disadvantage which we have seen was the personalized suggestion might be perceived as a manipulative as well as the data collection could eventually raise privacy concerns. Our next analysis was to understand the most preferred AI feature by users in e-commerce sites. So users have mostly preferred for personalization, and terms like personalized and recommendation, which had highlighted a strong desire for tailored offers, such as indicating them their favored AI features. The next would be AI for the efficient search. So we all know that how AI plays a very important role in e-commerce, and AI have efficiently helped in searching for each and every person. So the prominence of search functionality underscores the need for the seamless and efficient search operation facilitated by AI's ability to understand users' intention. So other than that, demand for faster product searches was also seen. So users started expecting AI to enhance the speed and relevance of the products, as well as aligning with this experience of the quick as well as the accurate results. Other than that, we have also seen the limitations and other features, which include while personalization and search are keys, terms like chatbots and virtual assistants suggest that other AI features are also important and may not fully represented by the word cloud. The next analysis is to identify barriers or
Excuse me, ma'am. Just a gentle reminder, 7 minutes are over. Can you please do it a bit quickly?
Sure. The next one would be the privacy concerns. So, as I said before, users had worried about the data collection and practices. And the next was the opacity in AI operations. So, there was a lack of transparency in the AI algorithms, which contributes to distrust. The last one was frustration and malfunctioning, as well as the need of transparency of the value of e-commerce platforms. So our findings was users view AI positively for enhancing products and filtering, providing 24/7 chatbots. Personalization and recommendations features are seen as the most valuable AI feature. AI features for Amazon and Flipkart was also recognized as the top e-commerce AI effectively sites which was effectively in AI features. Thank you all.
Okay, Anstey. My first question is that to what extent does the perceived reliability of AI recommendation impact user trust and loyalty to an e-commerce platform? Hello.
So can you please repeat that because you are not audible?
Okay. To what extent does the perceived reliability of AI recommendation impact user trust and loyalty to an e-commerce platform? Am I audible?
Yeah. So when we talk about the reliability of AI recommendation, it can be significantly influence the user's trust and loyalty. So this can be increased by the personalization. So when a user sees the personalized product suggestion that can align their preference, they are more likely to trust that platform. Other than that, we can also tell about the accuracy. So there are reliable AI recommendations that can lead to satisfactory purchases, enhancing the user's confidence in the particular system. If the users receive like relevant suggestions that match their expectation repeatedly, they will really feel secure to use this AI platform.
Okay. And another thing that yes, I want to ask that how does the level of familiarity with AI impact user perception and trust in AI-driven e-commerce solutions?
Can you tell that again?
How does the level of familiarity with AI impact user perception and trust in AI-driven e-commerce solutions?
So, to understand the level of familiarity with AI significantly impacts on users' perception and the trust in AI is powered by the solution they give by the help of AI. So we have to understand how AI works. So we have to understand how the users are informed. So users who have just basic understanding of how AI and machine learning works are more likely to trust AI solutions. So they can better appreciate the value and relevance of the personalized recommendation and can understand the automated services. There can also be skepticism if a person is uninformed. So conversely, when we talk about unfamiliar AI, this can lead to skeptical or confused way to understand the purpose and effectiveness, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Now we can move on to the next presentation. I'd like to call Ms. Advik Narendran for his paper title An Arduino-based powered Morse code encoder and decoder for modern communication. Sir, please can you start with your presentation?
Yeah, let me just share. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Advik Narendran, and I'm going to be presenting a project titled An Arduino Powered Morse Code Encoder and Decoder for Modern Computing. So, our agenda includes the introduction, problem statement, the implementation and architecture, its method, the results, advantages, and the conclusion of future. So, despite being over a century old, Morse code remains a critical tool for communication in certain areas, such as the maritime communication and emergency communications. However, nowadays the learning curve has been out contains outdated methods, which is less popular with today's technological innovations. So, thus our project aims to develop an Arduino-powered device that can easily translate text to Morse code and vice versa. So this project aims to be a bridge between the integrating Morse code with modern technology, thus offering a fun and accessible tool for both enthusiasts, students, educators, and also as a mode of communication with the blind and the deaf. The problem statement, so there are several problems that can be said under this topic. Firstly being that there is limited integration of Morse code with the modern technology, which makes it less relevant to us. Another reason is that the existing learning methods are unconventional and often inaccessible to the general public. So our solution is a system that leverages the flexibility of Arduino to create an interactive device, which helps us to learn and translate using Morse code. By doing so, we can help ensure that Morse code the knowledge of Morse code is spread to everyone, and also can make it a valuable skill that can be used in today's technological driven world. Now coming to the implementation, our Morse code encoder and decoder system integrates Arduino Uno boards, LCD displays, I2C modules, buttons, LEDs, and a buzzer to facilitate real-time Morse code encoding and decoding. So an I2C module is a module which facilitates communication between the microcontrollers and other devices using a inter-integrated circuit protocol, enabling efficient data exchange over a shared connection. So yeah, so based on this, yeah, the encoder Arduino is so the text is given to the encoder Arduino, which is then translated with the predefined table of the Morse code translation, and is translated by a serial connection to a decoder Arduino, which then interprets and displays the decoder message on its own LCD. So the user interaction. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, the visual feedbacks are given with the help of the LCDs and the auditory cues given by the buzzer, which also helps in with the understanding of the code by the blind and deaf. So the buzzer, with the help of short or long duration beeps, would help the ones who are will help the blind people, and the LEDs and the LCDs would help those who are deaf. So methodology. So we set up two Arduino boards handling specific tasks related to the encoding and decoding. This separation of functions ensure that the system operates smoothly and efficiently. So the messages are then encoded into Morse code using predefined tables given in the code. The encoded message is then transmitted from the one Arduino to the other with the help of the I2C connection, which also ensures reliability and minimizes errors. So one of the most critical aspects of our system is that the real-time feedback provided to the user. The LCD display shows both the letters, the text being sent, and this Morse code interpretation, which helps to know what the user is sent. Like if the user has sent any mistake in the message being sent, or wants to know is curious about what he's sending. This the LCD shows the Morse code and its corresponding text, and the LEDs and buzzers offer the visual and auditory cues. This feedback not only makes the system more interactive, but also enhances the learning experience by reinforcing the user results. Our results demonstrate that the system can effectively encode and decode the Morse code being given by the messages given by the user. The I2C between the communication between the Arduinos is robust, ensuring reliable transmission. And the real-time feedback to the LCD and LCD and LED displays significantly enhance the user interaction, making the learning process more engaging. This project has proven to be a valuable educational tool that by combining an old communication style of Morse code with modern technology, with which we have created a system that makes learning this language not only possible but also an enjoyable experience. So yeah. Now coming to the advantages, the system is a bit user friendly, which the system is designed with the user in mind, which makes it making it incredibly easy to learn and use Morse code even for beginners. Educational provides an engaging tool for teaching code in classrooms and also as a self-study, which also aligns itself with the self-development goal of quality education. Um, okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Cost effectiveness. So it helps in reducing the cost using the affordable Arduino component, which is accessible to a wide audience and can be easily obtainable. Real-time feedback. It offers instant visual and auditory feedback, thus enhancing enhancing user interaction. And as I said earlier, also helpful for the communication with the deaf and blind. The
Excuse
system
me,
is
sir. Just a
yeah.
gentle reminder that 7 minutes are over. Can you please wrap it up?
Yeah. So this system is also compact and easy to transport, and is also so making it more suitable for learning on the go and showing it to as a demonstration, easy for demonstrating to other people. And accessibility, the project can also be adapted to assistive technologies for this by including more technologies like text-to-speech translation, which also aligns itself with SDG 10, which is the reducing inequality within and among countries. So, like, which prevents how should I say this? Reducing like not discriminating people based on the disabilities. Conclusion. In conclusion, our project successfully modernizes Morse code, offering an accessible and interactive Arduino-based systems that bridges the gap between traditional communication methods and contemporary technology. And to add to our project, which to improve upon the project, we can also add the Bluetooth or wireless transmission or develop a remote system control using a mobile app and also implement voice recognition and text-to-speech capability. Thank you.
Thank you. My first question is that what are the key technical challenges in designing an efficient Arduino powered Morse code encoder and decoder? Technical challenges.
So technical challenges would be if you want to make it more portable. So portable, we will need to look at the battery source and like how we can power up the device and how we can connect it with other people. So nowadays, nowadays the battery sources we see for Arduino either run out very fast or are too large to carry around. Another could be uh, the your person's how should I say, knowledge about the subject basically. So again, it requires the person to know what components are required to create the system and how each component works basically. Yeah.
Okay. So another important factor is that how you can check the accuracy and speed of Morse code encoding and decoding the optimized using Arduino.
So what we have here is a wire serial connection using the I2C communication, which allows the reliable and fast, efficient communication between the two Arduinos. So the moment we enter a message in the first Arduino, it is immediately sent to the other through the Wi-Fi connection. And what the message you're sending is also being checked by the code itself with the table and all to provide a more accurate message.
Okay, the last question that suppose if you are using machine learning, so suppose that how can machine learning and artificial intelligence be leveraged to improve the functionality and performance of the Morse code?
Uh,
Machine learning and
Machine
artificial
learning?
intelligence.
Yeah, so machine learning and artificial intelligence could also help with um, so if a person help it with the different languages, like if a person cannot understand English as such, and you enter your text in English and or Morse code, and you want the person to understand in Japanese or Korean
I am
or
asking about
any
the
other.
functionality and performance. I'm not talking about the language.
Yes, I'm coming to that. So, with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we could help use with this language barrier, and also uh, we could also use it to adapt to the timings and the duration of when you want the message to be sent, or how you want the dashes and dots to how long you want the dash and dots to be.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Moving on next, I'd like to call Aparna Anup ma'am for titled AI in Talent Acquisition, a Comparative Study. Ma'am, can you start your presentation?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You can start.
Okay, so good afternoon. I'm Aparna Anu from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Paper ID is 88 and it's Artificial Intelligence in Talent Acquisition, a Comparative Study. So the agenda is move on with the introduction and dealing with the research problem, objectives, motivation for the study, talking about the methodology, results and analysis, findings, and with the managerial implications, limitations, and further to the conclusion. So, for an introduction, we know that the digital age has transformed, and talent acquisition also. They are more utilizing the artificial intelligence to streamline the entire recruitment process. So, our study basically wanted to research the impact of artificial intelligence on this talent acquisition by doing a comparative study, that is, we examine the companies that utilize AI and that companies that do not use AI. And the research aims to explore a comprehensive picture of how AI is being used in talent acquisition across various contexts, along with the key drivers and barriers to its adoption. So the three main objectives of our research was to compare and contrast the implementation of AI tools across different organizations in talent acquisition process and identify the key factors influencing the decision to not adopt AI in talent acquisition and investigate the benefits of AI in the recruitment process. So, like I said before, the motivation for this study was to understand what these companies, what are they, what limits them from choosing AI, and what motivates them in choosing AI. That was the motivation for the study. And the methodology, we collected the primary data through in-depth interviews with the HR recruiters, and two separate interview schedules was done for both AI companies and the companies that don't use AI. And open-ended questions were also there for for getting the detailed responses. And the sample size was 20 recruiters, 11 of AI and 9 of non-AI, and we use the Voyant content analysis tool for the analysis. So the results, the word cloud, there was an idea or to compare and contrast the implementation of the AI tools across different organizations in the talent acquisition process. And this revealed that the dominant tools used across the industries were ATS and chatbots. And this gave us an idea of which were the main important tools that can be of benefit to most of the organizations. And the next one is the barriers. Why are companies preventing themselves from adopting AI? The key barriers, one of the barriers that we found was the bias that can come in using AI, and the concerns over AI efficiency and human interaction preference. For example, when some of the prioritization of human interaction for cultural fit and soft skill assessment, we can see that there is a bias, and the ethical concerns are also there regarding the usage of AI. And the next one is the benefits of using AI in the recruitment process. As per our research, the higher quality is really high when they use AI, and the recruitment time is also very less compared to the manual process that we have to encounter. And the candidate experience also is enhanced in this process. Uh, So the findings was these are the findings: chatbots, ATS, etc. were the most used tools. And what are the reasons for implementation? That is, for an automated interview scheduling, or they can use all these tools and also help them minimize the time and also the efficiency of the process. So the benefits of AI are, like I said before, the higher quality, the time to hire, the reduced bias, etc. Um, and the barriers to adoption are the bias concerns, the human interaction preference, system integration challenges, ethical considerations, and the limited perceived value. Uh, so these are the managerial implications. That is, if strategically used for the talent acquisition, AI can be really beneficial, and we can also like benchmark certain practices and make use of that. And also to address the concerns, also we can use the help of AI. These were the limitations as per our research. That is, the sample size is only 20 HR professionals, and the depth of the interview questions were also limited. And the reliance on only one tool for coding also is one of the limitations that we put forward. And the potential respondent bias and reluctance to answer questions, that also was one of the limitations that we faced. And the lack of data triangulation for validation, that is also one of the limitations that we faced during the research. So as a conclusion, I would like to conclude by saying that AI really boosts the talent acquisition efficiency and the quality. And recruiters really value AI, and but they have reservations. Human judgment remains essential. Like I said before, the bias that the talk about bias is comes here, and ethical AI use is critical, and further research is required to understand the possibilities of our research. So thank you.
Okay, Aparna. Question is, um, how accurately can AI predict candidate success and job performance as compared to the traditional recruitment methods? Hello,
Hello, sir. Sir, am
am
I
I
audible?
audible? Yeah, yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're
Yeah,
audible.
yeah.
So,
Aparna,
the
yeah.
gain of using AI is that AI can give us like data-driven insights, that the AI can analyze vast amounts of data than the traditional methods that we follow. That is, including the resumes, the work experience, the skills, or any behavioral assessments or any performance metrics to talk about. It can identify the patterns, and the data driven insights will really help in it will really have an upper hand. And also the traditional hiring often really relies upon human judgment, and which can be really influenced by maybe our unconscious biases or something like that. But AI can really help mitigate these biases by like I said before, focusing only on these data driven criteria or the data driven insights that are coming forward. And I also believe that the efficiency, AI can AI can automate everything, that is the time consuming task that we follow every day. For example, if you take the resume screening or any candidate assessment, for example, the initial candidate assessment that we have, etc., this AI can really automate all these time consuming tasks as per our understanding. But the uh, limitations of I know we know the limitations of AI. For example, while AI can analyze data efficiently, it may also struggle to assess the, for example, the like what the intangible qualities like cultural fit or interpersonal skills.
Okay, okay.
That's it, Sam.
Okay. So what are the challenges and best practices for integrating AI with other HR systems or tools? Best practices.
Uh, Sorry, sir.
What are the challenges and best practices for integrating AI with other HR
Okay.
systems and tools?
Um, so one of the challenges might be the data quality. Like there might be inconsistent data or like incomplete data, which can hinder the AI's ability to generate like the accurate predictions or the insights that we should get. And also the privacy and security, that is handling like sensitive employee data, that it requires really very robust measures and compliances and all. That is one of the challenges. And technical challenges also can come, like integrating AI with other systems. Like it's kind of complex due to the limitations on the compatibility issues of certain organizations, and that might be something that is hindering them also from adopting AI into their acquisition processes.
Okay,
And
okay.
oh, that's it, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Moving on to the next one. I'd like to call Mr. Nitish Gole for his paper titled Blockchain-Based Authentication, Authorization and Accounting Mechanism Used for Data Security. Sir, please can you start with your presentation? Are any of the co-authors present? I guess sir is not in the meeting. Moving on next, I like to call Miss Vaishnavi for a paper titled Content Marketing in Internet Experience and Online Customer Review on Housewives Purchase Intention on Meesho. Ma'am, can you please start with the presentation?
Yeah, good morning all. Share my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So our topic is content marketing, internet experience, and online customer review on the housewife's purchase intention on Meesho. The co-authors are Saveri Bitul and Sheeta Levi, and I, Vaishnavi, am going to present this on behalf of Amrita Vishwavidya Peetham. Our paper ID is 91. So the motivation behind our study was to assess the effectiveness of content marketing, internet experience, and the online customer reviews on housewife's purchase intention. So moving on to the slides. So these are the literature reviews which we referred, and So upon the study, the rapid growth of the e-commerce in India has significantly altered the shopping habits of many, particularly the housewives who manage the household purchases. Meesho, being one of the prominent social commerce platform, as you all may know, has become popular among this demographic, offering a convenient way to shop and share the products through social media. This study aims to explore how the information marketing, including product displays, the reviews, and social media influencer promotions, influences the housewife's purchase decisions. By examining these factors, the research seeks to provide a valuable insight, for enhancing the Meesho's appeal and effectiveness in the market. So upon the study, we have built upon the three hypotheses upon how content marketing is acting upon the purchase intention upon among the housewives, as well as the second hypothesis upon the internet experience upon purchase intention, and the third hypothesis is building upon the online customer reviews upon the purchase intention. So the talking about methodology, we used a questionnaire which we actually distributed among in between our locality itself, being the among the being with the co-authors. We also spread with our even if our mother being a housewife, as well as the friends, the friends of our moms, and thus we used a convenient sampling method, and we made a quantitative study, and we the percentage analysis upon the answers which we collected upon the question is done, as well as a structural equation modeling using warp, that is a SEM analysis we have done, and we concentrated to get a sample size of 150. We distributed the questionnaire, but unfortunately we got 131 replies upon the responses, and there are certain limitations upon the study, that is a biased response, as well as the lack of respondents. As we said earlier, they got only 131 replies, and there were certain external factors too, and the housewives being, we can't always judge like they will be totally open to all of the technological changes. They won't easily adapted to all those things. So that can become an external factor, being a limitation to our study, even though we can't actually connect with the housewives through to distribute the questionnaire. We actually went to some of the people near our locality, so that we can collect the response directly, and we started to fill up on the forms. And the main twist here is that even though they are using the Meesho, they know how to choose the products through Meesho, and these are three main limitations in our study. And the result, talking about the results and analysis, we can say that 52% of housewives have used the Meesho app for 6 months to a year. That is a usage statistics which we came upon concluding upon the researches we have made. And there's certain influence of the content factors too, and the product images and descriptions which we totally influence the people, mainly the housewives, who can only they don't have much knowledge about how the products are actually in case and all, but those product images and descriptions can actually make an influence upon the housewives purchase intentions. Then comes the visual appeal of the website, as we can all know that even though today itself I came with a notification in Meesho, so the website is always giving a visual appeal, as well as giving keep on popping up in our phones and in our all online websites and all. We keep on getting attracted to the online website like Meesho. There's come a user description experience descriptions to be 61.10% housewives find it helpful to read the detailed descriptions as well as customer experience given. We know that there will be a rating with ratings given by the already the customers, the people who are already the customers in Meesho. So upon seeking that ratings and all, the people will be much more confident to to buy those products from Meesho itself. So content marketing greatly increases the housewife's propensity to make purchases on the Meesho e-commerce by providing reliable product informations together with easily available content on various social media platforms like FB, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and others. The Meesho online store material marketing may increase purchase intents on Meesho e-commerce. Then households' purchase intentions are significantly positively impacted by their online experience. And as I said earlier, the study found a positive relationship between the housewives' online experiences and their inclination, towards to purchase on Meesho. Um, yeah, so better online experience on Meesho increase the likelihood that housewives would intend to make purchases there, in part because of the platform's engaging social features, like the product knowledge that they offer, the user-friendly app design in the websites, all those things. So in fact, there are almost half of the respondents feel at ease utilizing the platform's internet features, encouraging them to use Meesho for the further online transactions itself. Um, then further conclusion, so the research that we came up with is a housewife's intention to make a purchase is significantly influenced positively by the online customer reviews on the Meesho e-commerce. The Meesho enables the users the convenience of online customer evaluations that are helpful. Online reviews are an indicator. Actually, like I said earlier, it is a past customer. They given in the past customer satisfactions is actually given in those. It will boost the likelihood that a buyer would purchase Meesho in the future. Okay. So am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So as I said, those are the things which mainly the ratings or the past customers reviews. I mean the things which give a strong foundation to for the housewives as well as the customers who are in search of new products in Meesho. So the customers will feel more confident upon the items offered in Meesho if they favorable feedback from the prior users, which adds values to the offering. So in all this case, this demonstrating that when choosing items utilizing Meesho's online user reviews, the customers also feel trusted. They always have a sense of trust in that website itself, and they keep on having a thought of being assisted. Okay, even though being an online theme. Additionally, when they buy at Meesho, the customers receive the necessary informations, mainly through the online reviews and all. So so upon the conclusions, we can conclude that content marketing and an online experience and the online customer reviews. So there's a positive online experience on Meesho when the people, mainly the housewives, they always get inclined to like not being used into the technical field as well as not buying things online. But Meesho is actually providing them a space where they can they can truly get into the field of online shopping and making their own their own choosing their own products and being in that connectivity of influence the purchase intentions upon the three factors. So that's, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Vaishnavi, just try to understand my question.
Okay.
That what strategies can Meesho employ to mitigate the impact of negative reviews on housewives' purchase intentions?
Yes, sir. As I said, like in online, putting online reviews, they can be both positive as well as a negative. The positive one is boosting them to purchase more through the online. What Meesho can do to mitigate the negative reviews is that they should actually keep a team to review the comments and as well as giving them feedback upon making interrogations like why this happened, what that customer is facing, why such things happen, is that review is fake or they are making that intentionally to degrade Meesho. So a team can actually be appointed by Misho to interrogate upon that.
Okay. Last question is that how does the user interface and overall usability of the Mishio platform affects housewives' purchase intentions? User
Yes,
interface and its usability.
yes, like housewives are actually, as I said, they're not much into online shopping, even though they are don't houses means even though they don't have a exact 9 to 5 job, but they can always get into technology field. They can use the mobile phone, internet, and get into online shoppings, and also there's actually useful that interface to connect with the Misho online shoppings.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Moving on next, I'd like to call Miss Smriti for her paper titled Design of Triangular Array Antenna for 5G Application. Ma'am, please can you start with your presentation?
Sure, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So, very good afternoon to all of you. I'm going to present my paper on the topic of design of triangular array antenna for 5G application. And I'm Smriti Dwivedi from IIT BHU. So, these are my topics which I am going to cover, like antenna basics, microstrip antenna, advantages, disadvantages, microwave, millimeter wave, terahertz region for 5G, beyond 5G and 6G, design of triangular array antenna, results and discussion, conclusion and references. So first of all, what is antenna? Antenna is an electrical device which converts electrical power into a radio wave, and basically it is being used to radiate the electromagnetic energy into the space. So we need an antenna to communicate between a two person, and also antenna is required by a radio receiver or transmitter to couple the electrical connection to the electromagnetic field. We know that the electromagnetic wave travels with the speed of light with no transmission loss. So radio transmitter or the receiver are used to convey the system like a broadcast communication, television, mobile communication, telephonic communication, point-to-point communication, satellite link, LAN and radar. It can be also used underwater or even through the soil and rocks at a certain frequency for a short distance. Now we have a 6 different types of antenna like wire antenna, microstrip antenna, array antenna, lens antenna, reflector antenna, and aperture antenna. And in this topic, I'm going to use the antenna which is a patch antenna with array antenna. Now there are certain advantages which is associated with the microstrip antenna, like it has a lightweight, low volume, low fabrication cost, low cross polarization radiation, and compatible with the MIC design. And there are so many disadvantages associated with this antenna, like it has a narrow bandwidth, low efficiency, low power, surface wave radiations, high quality factor, and poor polarization purity. Now we are using the 5G, 6G and beyond 5G frequency for this particular paper. So first of all, the terahertz radiation or the terahertz frequency, which is actually used for the 6G and beyond 5G communication, that is 0.5 terahertz to 10 terahertz. Even when you count in the terms of wavelength, it is 3 millimeter to 30 micrometer. Such frequencies are very higher compared to the radio waves and microwaves, and it is divided into two particular wavelength, 0.03 to 0.03 mm to 3 mm is known as a submillimeter wave radiation, and the higher than that known as an infrared radiation. 5G communication started with the that is the division multiple access and filter bank carrier. This is a part of space division multiple access. Now it has a low latency, that's why it gives the high quality video, and also with the inclusion of the artificial intelligence, we will get the high definition video quality for the particular 5G communication. Now one of the important role for the 5G device is to get the enhanced gain bandwidth with the lesser radiation and lesser loss, but it is very crucial to design the antenna for this type of communication frequency. Now also if you talk about the 5G, beyond 5G antennas, we need a high bandwidth and high data rate. And there are so many papers that we have where the people are working using the reconfigurable antenna using graphene metamaterial gold, as well as some MIMO antenna, beam steering antenna, and there are some more design. Also there is a reflect array antenna which can work for this type of design, which is having the array design as well as a reflection to improve the gain for 400 gigahertz frequency. We have also the elliptical shape antenna, which is having a good directional radiation pattern and which can be used for the medical imaging with the high gain. And one more antenna, that is MIMO antenna, which is proposed with the nanomaterial, give the very good beam forming and beam steering property. Now for this particular paper, I have taken the parameter, I have selected the parameter for the antenna, the length of patch, width of patch, length of substrate and width of the substrate, which is in a millimeter, 180, 120 and 165 respectively. Now this is the design of triangular array antenna front view, and this is the single pattern or the single design of triangular array antenna. So here I am not using the array, this is a single part with the complete ground. So backside of this antenna is a complete ground with the metal. Now this is the S11 parameter. S11 parameter is a very important parameter to see the gain of the antenna or the effectivity of the antenna. Here we are getting the antenna S11, that is minus 38 dB. It should be less than minus 10 dB, so it means it will be good. If it is more than minus 10 dB, means there is no gain in the antenna. So here I am getting minus 38 dB and at the frequency of 9.8 gigahertz. So this is very important, and this is the radiation pattern, and this the left hand side, the radiation pattern, right hand side, the radiation pattern gives the 7.85 dBi gain, and this is a good gain for single triangular array antenna. Now this is the array antenna, so I am using the 1x4 triangular array antenna to form the triangular array antenna. Now here in the right hand side, this is the S11 parameter for this type of antenna, array antenna. Now these are the radiation pattern. Here we are using the 1x4, means we are using the 4 array, so we are having the 4 radiation pattern for each and every port. So this is we are having the 7.18, 7.22, 7.24 and 7.2 dBi gain for this particular array antenna. Now this is the surface current for each and every array that we are getting from different ports. Now these are the comparison between the proposed structure, and first I have used a triangular structure with complete ground, which is giving a 7.85. Then array structure, port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4. We are getting 7.18, 7.22, 7.24 and 7.20 gain. Now, as a conclusion, here previous work for 5G and beyond 5G, we have already reviewed and discussed. Single triangular shape design with complete ground as well as a triangular shape array design has been simulated, and 7.85 dBi gain has been obtained for single triangular shape design antenna, and 4 other different gains we are getting from port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4 for the array design antenna. Gain can be enhanced by using a MIMO structure. If we are using the MIMO, we will get, of course, we will get the high gain. Bandwidth is increased from 0.29 gigahertz to 0.32 gigahertz. So this antenna has capability to transmit high data rate, wider single signal range, and it is robust structure compared with the single antenna. Now these are my references. Thank you.
Okay, Smriti.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me that how do different spacing configurations affect the mutual coupling and overall efficiency of the triangular array antenna? Different spacing configuration.
Different
Spacing configuration will affect the mutual coupling and overall efficiency.
Yes, sir. Actually, in this case, it is a very simple design. But when we have a metamaterial structure like split ring resonator, so there is a gap. There is a gap between the structure. So that spacing actually that creates a capacitance. That is the capacitance and inductance. So that will actually increase and enhance the frequency, resonance frequency. In that case, we will also increase, we will get the enhanced gain in that case. If we are having the different structure like split ring resonator, this is the most usable structure nowadays. And in my structure space, there is no space space. But of course, space between the array that I am using, the space that is a periodic structure I am using, that in all the array we are having a 1.6 or 1.8 millimeter distance. When we increase this distance between the array, so we are having in that case the resonance frequency will decrease because of the gapping. Resonance frequency will decrease because we are getting the less capacitance. So in that case we will have a less resonance frequency. So in that case, for the less resonance frequency, we will have a less gain.
Okay. Okay. Another question that what are the most effective beam forming algorithm and techniques for uh, for for triangular array antenna in 5G applications?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have used here only the simulation. I didn't use any, I mean, MATLAB coding, but there is a code that we can use to, and there is an algorithm, sorry, there is an algorithm in MATLAB that we can use to, and this is actually related to electromagnetic radiation. So I didn't use this code. I just do the simulation part here, sir.
Okay, no issue. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Moving on next. I'd like to call Mr. Priyank Shah for his paper titled Development of Medical Chatbots Using AHO Coracic and Chinese LSTM Algorithm. So you may please start now.
Yes. So am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible.
So okay. Give me a minute, ma'am. So is the screen visible, ma'am?
Yes.
So okay. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Priyank Shah, and today's topic is development of medical chatbot using a classic algorithm and Simon's LSTM algorithm. So with me and with my co-authors Manik Pratapar and Suraj Padia, developed this particular medical chatbot. So the objective of this particular medical chatbot was to develop a robust chatbot system capable of accurately understanding and responding to a wide range of medical queries, and to utilize the simultaneous model to enhance the chatbot semantic understanding. So healthcare chatbot. So what are healthcare chatbots? So is an AI-powered software that use machine learning algorithms to interact with the leads in auditory or textual models. The healthcare system incorporates chatbots in its ecosystem to streamline communication between patients and healthcare professionals. So the healthcare chatbots are AI-enabled digital assistant that allows patient to assess their health and to get reliable results anywhere, anytime. So why medical chatbot? So it reduces the burden on the healthcare hospital professionals. It enhances overall patient experiences. It's save cost. It's like less expensive. Personalization. You get a personalized results and immediate responses. The medical chatbot have immediate responses too. Next, so use cases are to share and assess relevant information, schedule appointments, become a medical buddy, and counseling. So basically, a medical chatbot has this working diagram. So the user sends a request. The user initiates the conversation by sending messages. Then the chatbot processes the user message to understand its content and intent using message analysis, the dialogue management. So that it determines the appropriate response or action based based on the conversation history and user's intent, information retrieval. So the information in this, if necessary, searches for relevant information from the knowledge base or extra databases. So we have knowledge base here and external databases here. Action plan. The action plan decides on the action to be taken based on the user's request and retrieval information. And response generation, the in the end the chatbot or the model generates a particular response. Flowchart. So the key steps are we start the process begins and the user inputs the particular query. The conversation query, the in this particular block, the input is categorized as either generative, general conversation, or a specific query. Query processing. So in the query processing, we remove stop words. Stemming is also done. Stemming is basically words are reduced into their root words. And spell check. The query is checked for spelling errors, matching with tags. Okay, the is the flowchart visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so matching with tags, the process query is compared to tags to the database to find relevant products or relevant query answers, getting products. So the products that matches the query tags are retrieved from the databases, and the query or the response has been generated. So before methodology, let's discuss how our project actually works. So we have built a knowledge graph database of selected disease, the symptoms, precautions, and description. These relations are stored in a database form where the results can be retrieved. To understand user query, we make use of Ahokosik algorithm to identify the patterns of type of questions asked and face suitable results. Our database is queried and the appropriate result is returned to the user. In case of question isn't found in our knowledge graph, we make use of question answer pair derived from a website called Question Doctors, and we use question similarity to see most probable questions that matches the user query and return the answer corresponding to that question. For query similarity, we initially tried bidirectional LSTM and plus attention model, but we were having problems trying to use it as a predictory function. So we now use Simon's LSTM to make our prediction for most probable questions. The result is fetched from the question similarity method may not always be most apt, since it's a completely unrelated question, still may match with some queries from a dataset based on similarity scores. We look forward to improve the particular uh, problem. So as I mentioned, a Hokasik algorithm is the so as you can see, information is available on the Ahokasik algorithm. So let's get into the working of the Ahokasik algorithm. So basically, the Ahokasik algorithm starts with the construction of trie data structures. The algorithm begins by constructing a trie prefix tree, as we call it, from the set of patterns to be searched. Each node in the tree represents a prefix of one of the more patterns, and each edge represents a character or character transition, adding failure points. This is the second step. After constructing the tree, the algorithm adds failure points to the tree nodes. These failure points form a failure function which allows the algorithm to effectively backtrack when a mismatch occurs while searching to the in the text, and the failure function ensure that the algorithm does not rescan parts of the text unnecessarily. The third step is searching in text. The algorithm starts searching the tree by traversing the tree based on the character in the text. If a character in the text matches a transition in the tree, the algorithm follows the transition. The fourth part is the output. So, whenever the algorithm reaches a node corresponding to the end of a pattern on the tree, it outputs the occurrence of the pattern in the tree. So the next part of a model was LSTM model. So LSTM model represents significant advances in deep learning in the realms of NLP and sequential modeling. So the working follows the in the LSTM model, the first layer is an embedded layer. Whenever the algorithm reaches a node corresponding to the end of a pattern in a tree, it outputs the occurrence of the pattern in the text. The second layer is convolution layer. A convolution layer extracts the local patterns and features from the embedded sequence, adding another dimension of analysis. The third layer is LSTM layer. The core processing element identical to LSTM network analysis is the sequential nature of the data and both input sentences. LSTM excels in understanding the output order of the words and how they contribute to the overall sentences meaning. Fully connected layer. The fully connected layer further refines the features captured of the LSTM layers. So future scope, we are like optimizing an STM model for question similarity tasks. So we are also exploring advanced techniques such as considering XGBoost. We are also considering RAG based models. So currently our model is a hybrid based model. It just focus on retrieval, not augmented and generation part. And conclusions, medical chatbot provided by AI and NLP like Ohoko can improves healthcare access. They understand medical terms, deliver fast information, and empower users with personalized health guidance. This tech has the potential to revolutionize healthcare delivery and patient well-being. Thank you.
Okay, Priyank.
Yes, sir.
What are the latency issues associated with the Ahokorasic and SMS LSTM algorithm, and how can they be addressed in the real-time applications?
So the basically to solve the latency problem, we have used a Ahokowalski algorithm. So it's like the most fast, so like most efficient and like less time consuming search engine algorithm. So that's why we have used a Ahokowalski algorithm. And for LSTM model is like just generally like the LSTM models are trained data, so it doesn't affect when so the searching pattern may take a bit of a latency issue, but the overall model is efficient and latency is within the error range.
Okay, and how can Ahokorasic and MNC LSTM algorithms be integrated, okay, with other emerging technologies such as voice recognition, augmented reality, to create more advanced medical chatbots?
So it's as voice assistant can be converted into text, and the text can text that voice generated models used to convert into the text can accuracy can be used to find the searching within the databases. That's how we can fast forward the we can efficiently use the particular algorithm. And for cyber LSTM is basically a question similarity based model, so like it does save time to not search a question twice
Okay,
with the same meaning.
okay. Last question is that what measures are necessary to ensure that the chatbot maintains patient confidentiality and data integrity?
So confidentiality is like secure and well written database structure or database system, so it doesn't get the database the information on the database and the history of the person's interaction with the model doesn't security, so you can improve the security of the particular website or particular web app. That's one thing. And also reliability issues, like for accurately predicting and accurately diagnosing the disease, we need more authentic data which can be confirmed and which can be verified by a doctor. So that's how we can increase the reliability and security issues.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Moving on next, I'd like to call Mr. Anant Krishnan for his paper titled Study on Individual Households' Level of Awareness regarding the adoption of solar panels. So, can you start with your presentation?
Sure, Master. Is the screen visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, our topic is a study on household level of awareness regarding the adoption of solar panels. And the authors are Vivek Vivek and myself, Ananta Krishnan KP. So, our agenda is to introduce about our project and research problem, objective, methodology, findings, and then conclusion. So, moving on to the introduction, we are in an era where environmental preservation is becoming more important, and renewable energy sources such as solar power have emerged as potential options. So, solar panels provide an ecologically responsible method of generating power, decreasing dependency on fossil fuels, and lowering carbon emissions. So, however, household adoption of solar energy varies greatly due to the variance in knowledge and belief about its benefits and limitations. So, we have taken the Saura scheme in Kerala, which encourages households to switch solar energy through the incentives and support from the government. And our study aims to see how aware people are of solar panel adoption and whether the scheme is effective or not. By understanding people's perceptions, so we can improve support for solar energy and work towards a more sustainable future. So moving on to the research problem, to investigate the level of awareness and attitude towards the adoption of solar panels among the individual households, and to evaluate the impact of aided recall on understanding the pros and cons associated with the solar panel installation, with the aim of determining the likelihood of adoption. So the objective of our project is to assess the level of current awareness regarding the adoption of solar panels among the individual household, and to understand the level of awareness of customers, having given them an aided recall of how they will look at the pros and cons of discrimination by the aided element based on the information gathered, whether it will be adopting the solar panel or not. So the research methodology is the primary data. We have interviewed some people, and we have circulated a questionnaire, and the sampling method was the convenient sampling method, and the type of study was a quantitative study, and the analysis is the binary logistic regression. Okay. So the findings from our project is that maintenance is one of the most important factor in the adoption of solar panel. So the study shows that the maintenance concerns have a substantial influence on the decision-making process for the installing solar panel, and cost remains a consideration. So while cost is a role in adoption decision, it tends to have a smaller impact than than maintenance. So the infrastructure issues have a limited impact. So despite the necessity of supportive infrastructure for solar panel adoption, the absence of requisite infrastructure has a minor impact on adoption decision among Kerala households, because some of the families are living in flat, and also they are not likely adopting the solar panels. So the government-led information campaigns are from our findings, we came to know that the government-led information campaigns are impactful. The study identifies the government-led communication campaigns as the most significant source of information for boosting awareness and changing decision about solar panel adoption. Nowadays, the government of Kerala is doing the campaign. They are providing the advertisements in the newspapers, through the media, etc. itself. So moving on to the conclusion, the study findings on solar panel adoption among Kerala's households highlight the vital role of education and awareness, raising the initiatives in increasing acceptance of renewable energy alternatives. Maintenance needs to have a significant impact on solar panel adoption decisions, demonstrating that household values the long-term sustainability and dependability of such systems. So while cost remains a significant concern, resolving the maintenance difficulties takes precedence, emphasizing the need for solutions to reduce maintenance related hurdles to implementation. So furthermore, the study cites insufficient infrastructure as a key barrier to adoption. However, it appears to have a lower impact than maintenance issues. This implies that while improvements in infrastructure are important for larger growth of solar system and solar energy programs, efforts to solve maintenance difficulties should be emphasized. So the effective communication channels have an important role in shaping public views and influencing adoption choices. Government-led information campaigns are the most effective in generating awareness and changing decision-making process for solar panel adoption. This emphasizes the need of making focused effort through official channels to give accurate and reliable information to the consumers. So in contrast, social media and news outlets exert influence, but to a lower level than official sources. While their influence may be less important, their function in distributing information and sparking debate should not be underestimated. Overall, the study offers a useful information for the stakeholder and the policymakers looking into encourage the use of solar energy in Kerala to advance the energy goals and enable the transition to sustainable power sources. The government must work together to address maintenance difficulties, enhance infrastructure support, and encourage effective communication. So by focusing on these critical industries, Kerala can strengthen its initiative and pave a path for widespread adoption and use of solar energy. This not only helps to reduce carbon emission and might mitigate climate change, but it also improves energy security and stimulate economic growth by promoting the development of renewable energy sectors, prioritizing efforts to address identified difficulties and capitalizing on efficient communication channels is vital for reaching the full potential of solar energy. So, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Anand Krishna,
Yes, sir.
what are the perceived barriers that households identity as obstacles to adopting solar panels?
So maintenance is one of the major factors, sir. So we have to maintain this panels and we have to clean the panel every month, sir. So it is one of the major factors came. And the second one is the cost barrier. Cost sometimes there is some cost to maintenance and it there is some cost for the adoption of the solar panel. So they have to shape their infrastructure is another factor. So they have to cut some plants for the direct way to they have to provide direct way of sunlight to this panel. So it is one of the another factor. Yes, sir.
Okay.
These are some of the.
So, what are the key primary sources of information that households rely on to learn about solar panels?
Word of mouth communication is there, and newspaper from the newspapers they gather so much information. So, they are the people at the age in the age of 40 to 50, they are more likely to adopt the solar panel in their house. So they will read the newspaper and the government articles which is circulated through our social media. They are also relying on that to adopt solar panels. So.
Okay, so you are just already gone through the number of research papers. Okay, I already referred. Okay, so it's not a technical, just a little bit a social question that how do changes in government policies and incentive impact household awareness and decision to adopt solar panel?
Yes, sir. It will impact the adoption level, because if the government is not supportive to the consumers, they surely they won't. If they provide incentives only, they will adopt the solar panel. Otherwise, it can affect the adoption rate, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next I'd like to call Ms. M. Yagnashri Priya. Ma'am, are you in the meeting? Or are any of the co-authors in the meeting? I don't think so. Okay. And also, Mr. Nitesh Goyal. Sir, are you in the meeting? No, they're not in the meeting. So we'll be concluding this. So I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this 9th version and all the previous 8 versions of this conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 10th version as well. All the presenters would be given their digital certificates via mail within 2 working days. And further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live in 6 months. So kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2024. I'd like to thank our session chair, Dr. Satish Baner, for chairing this session. This is a token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of the team ICT4ST 2024 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today we have actually an exceptional lineup of speakers, really, that who will present their cutting edge research and development
Yes, sir.
And we are also in the at the forefront of an exciting era in the field of engineering and technology, when the research scholars or students are present their innovative ideas and constantly shaping the future. So I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude to organizing committee and as well as Richa ma'am also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So thank you so much, sir. So now before we end, I would request everyone to switch on the cameras for a quick snapshot.
Camera is not available here.
Okay, no problem, sir. Anand sir, will it be possible to switch on the camera? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.